Ahoy hoy, this is Jules coming to you from my childhood bedroom because I just happened to be here today. Anyway, last week I got myself a copy of the new Final Fantasy VII Remake for PS4 and I'm I'd say about a third to a half way through it now, and I thought I'd just share with you my impressions of it. But since I normally do unboxing of toys on my channel, I thought I'll do it while I unbox this Sephiroth figure, which I've had for a long time. It's the Bring Arts Sephiroth Another Form variant, which is not actually from Final Fantasy VII or VII Remake. I'm pretty sure it's the version that is from Kingdom Hearts, or Kingdom Hearts 2. Not 3, because 3 had no characters from Final Fantasy. But anyway, this is what I'll be unboxing as I give my impressions of Final Fantasy VII Remake. So my initial thoughts on the remake itself, before actually playing it, I thought it was going to be okay. I thought it would just be sort of a straight rehash of the original Final Fantasy VII with different mechanics, but everything is pretty much the same after that. And also after playing the demo, it seemed to be the same as the opening bombing mission in the actual game itself, with maybe a few different flourishes here or there. The music in the demo wasn't like... It was good. It was good instrumentation, instrumentals, orchestrations of tracks, but nothing that really stood out to me except a small brief section where they played the battle theme. But that was the demo. And especially after Final Fantasy XV, which was good, but not fantastic, I thought to sort of temper my expectations with this. But boy, was I in for a surprise, because I absolutely love this game. It is... I'm taking out Sephiroth right now. Final Fantasy VII Remake is essentially what, like, close to the best case scenario of what a remake, a reimagining, if you will, of Final Fantasy VII could be. Here is the Sephiroth out of the box. We've got his figure, we've got his hands. You can see at the back he's got his big old sword. I don't remember the name of it. And extra pieces here, you get the wings, you have the base plate, and something to hold them up. Anyway, back to Final Fantasy VII Remake. So yeah, it is a gorgeous game. The graphics are just amazing. I mean, it's probably some of the best graphics that I've seen on the system itself. It required an extra 100 gigabytes of installation because I read or heard that they wanted to have as many unique assets in the game as possible, and I definitely noticed that there is a lot of unique objects, not a lot of repetition. The main character models especially are just absolutely out of this world. The only thing I could probably say that's not so great is sort of the NPCs, like the townsfolk in the slums. By the way, minor spoilers. If they're not like a unique character, they can look kind of generic. Like, I noticed that a lot of characters look like they could just be hipsters who run like cafes or something. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. The music was an unexpected surprise. I thought from the demo that it was going to be very generic kind of orchestrations, nothing that stood out, none of the themes from the original game. The original game was known for a lot of very iconic anthems, themes, motifs as you go through the game, and luckily they are pretty much kept intact here. The battle theme, I'm surprised. They use it. There are moments, like sections of the game, where it sort of fades in and out as you go into a battle and come out of a battle. So in the original game, whenever you enter a random battle, the battle theme will start. And then when you finish the battle battle theme would end, and then you'd go back into the actual game with a different ambient music track. But there are sections in the game where they take that battle theme but sort of pare it down a bit, so it's sort of just like an ambient in the back kind of to get you moving. And then when the enemies showed up, then it kind of crescendos and becomes louder and more bombastic as you're slashing away at whatever it is.
Seriously? It's never in doubt.
And I think it was a good choice of them not to constantly have the same battle theme in every section. Otherwise, I think you probably get really sick of it after a while. So it just comes in and they use it in certain areas where you're battling. And in other areas, they sort of just have sort of alternate versions of the ambient theme. So the idea of the environmental track changing when the battle comes in is still there. It's great. All the themes are intact. You have Tifa's theme, you've got Aerith's theme. They're all there in different variation, different orchestrations. There's also a little collectathon where you can collect music from the stores. You can go and buy them as well. There's one that I love. It's a remix of the actual Prelude Final Fantasy theme. I think it's called the Crystal theme. You know that one. And like, I was telling Tian that it sounds like a version that Pitbull would kind of sing over.
Darling, this is Room 5. Better yet, Mr. Worldwide. Miami. Pitbull. Final Fantasy VII, yo. This is Room 5.
Yes, but anyway, the music is great. Voice acting is what you can expect from these kind of JRPG kind of English dubs. It's not super cringy or anything. It can be a little at times, but it's probably on the same level as a pretty good quality anime or something like that. By the way, I'm holding Sephiroth here. He's come out of the box. In my hair, Sephiroth. Yeah, that's the Sephiroth thing. Anyway, back to the voices. Yeah, nothing really grates on me too much. I don't hate it. I don't like absolutely love it, but it does the trick, and everyone it's well done. It's very sort of anime dub kind of quality. I mean, like modern anime dub, not like old school anime dub where it was just atrocious, but it's really, really good. There's a lot of people talking as you walk around. You know how you, in old school RPGs, you can talk to everyone and they all have something to say. It seems like there are a lot of townspeople and townsfolk everywhere, but pretty much I'd say 80 to 90% of them have something unique to say. And if you look closely, like they all actually lip sync, which is really, really impressive. Anyway, and now the most important part, the gameplay. Now, I was really skeptical whether this sort of half battle, half ATB system would work, where you can assign actions but also be, you know, real-time action with hacking and slashing. It works. It's pretty good. I'm not great at it. I think I need to kind of get more hang of it, even though I've already sunk about 16 hours in the game. It's good. It works. It's like a much better version of the system they use in Final Fantasy 15. It's similar-ish to Kingdom Hearts system, but in order to win, you do need to use those skills a lot more, and I think I have to use those skills a lot more than I have been. The only annoying part is your computer-controlled allies are sometimes not that great. You have to always... I feel like in order to do a good job, you have to be switching between people within the battle itself. What more can I say about it? Now, for the story, if you know Final Fantasy VII, it's pretty much the same thing as that, except they have added a lot more in terms of new scenarios, new threads to unravel. I haven't played the original Final Fantasy VII in a while, but I feel like it really lets you get to know all these characters. Unlike, say, Final Fantasy 15, where I don't know if I actually got to know a lot of them until maybe the last third of the game. It was really just like, what's happening? We're on a road trip, that's great. This does it pretty well. And there are characters in the original, like Jesse, Biggs, and Wedge, who didn't really get much characterization. They were just sort of like extra little side characters that, you know, come and go. So far, they've gotten a lot of time in order to get a better characterization, especially Jessie, who is just absolutely thirsty for Cloud. In terms of lore in general, there's a lot deeper lore being explored here. Countdown to minor spoiler, 3, 2, 1. There's another soldier that appears. We didn't actually get any other soldier appearances until possibly later in the game of the original, but we get a new original soldier character, and he's actually pretty cool. So in short, they've added a lot more to this opening Midgar section of the original Final Fantasy VII, and I've heard people say that it's okay. A lot of it is filler, but like, you know, if you're open to it, if you're a super fan, I don't think you'll be offended. If you're not a super fan, it's not the worst thing in the world. I personally really enjoyed it. On the whole, I can't wait to play more of this game. It is absolutely awesome. Probably the best JRPG I've played in a long time. Although I haven't really been playing that many. I've been holding Sephiroth for a long time. It's a decent figure. I'm pretty sure no one's tuning into this video for the Sephiroth, but I'm just opening him anyway. If you don't have it and you like Final Fantasy VII, you're not going to be disappointed. Or at the very least, I feel like if you have tempered expectations, you're going to enjoy it at the very least. I can't tell you what you're going to like or not, but for me, this is a smash hit home run. 100%, maybe not 100%. So far, I would give it a high 95%. But we'll see by the time I finish it. I can't wait to part 2 of this, and I haven't even finished part 1. Anyway, so those are my thoughts on Final Fantasy VII Remake while I've been just holding this Sephiroth from Kingdom Hearts. I'll put some shots of the actual figure at the end of this video, because that's what I do, sort of, because I unbox toys. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. That's it.
Darling, this is Rare 5. Better yet, Mr. Worldwide. Miami. Pitbull. Final Fantasy VII, yo. And that's how we're gonna do it. Boricua, Cubano. He does that sometimes. He screams. Dale. Cloud. Tifa. Aerith. Mr. Worldwide. Other things that Pitbull also says.